everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello, my name is Charlotte, and today's video is all about my 38 week of pregnancy. It's been an adventure and I probably will get emotional during it, but let's get started. And I'm going to talk about symptoms, activities, and cravings that I had during week 38. For symptoms, I had quite a bit of Braxton Hicks, just noticeable here and there, not like frequent, but I did have them. Large, Asher feels very large, my son, that's his name, Asher, if you didn't know. He just feels very large. He's all of my abdomen and he moves around a lot, so it's very discomforting at times, but you know, what do you do? I'm uncomfortable. Like I said, I was discomforted. His feet are very high and bulging, constantly moving around up there. And I also feel him moving around down low too. Just everywhere I feel him. He's very, very low. He's definitely locked and loaded, ready to go. At this point, I'm just waiting for him, or for my body to say, okay, well, I want him out. Not my mind, apparently, because my mind doesn't tell my body that I'm ready for him to come out. I don't know. I've been tired. A lot of sleepless nights. It seems like I'm just tossing and turning a lot, getting up to go to the restroom. And I'll go into more detail as to why I get up more often too. But yeah, I've been taking naps during the day, and just one. Yesterday was like a 2.5 hour nap. Our whole household was tired that day just because we all were restless the night before. I'm going to move on to activities that we did. I had an Obgyn appointment at 38 weeks and 4 days. It was on a Wednesday in the morning time, and I had the doctor check everything for Asher, of course, the just normal routine. I'll talk about that up here in just a second. But yeah, this time around I had her do a cervical check to see if my cervix is dilated, and it was at 2 centimeters at this appointment. So my body is naturally progressing, but just very slowly, it seems like, because I'm just ready for him to be here. And then after she checked my cervix, she went ahead and did a membrane sweep. It's where she's got her fingers inside and she's going in circles 3 times where the baby's head is and where my cervix is, of course. So she did do that. I personally didn't have pain when she did it. It was more of just like, okay, uncomfortable, a little bit strange, but not painful. So after she did that, she explained to me that it's a 50-50 chance that I could go into active labor within 48 hours after it happening, and that I'd have Braxton Hicks and possibly have contractions right away and some bleeding. And I did right away have all those things. Braxton Hicks, not painful ones, but just noticeable. And I did have some very light pink blood right away when I wiped after she left the room. And I had a pad on afterwards. I didn't have very much in the pad when I came home, but there was a little bit of like pinkish, brownish, like it was not really mucusy at that time. So I'm going to go into more detail about that in here in a little bit. As far as Asher's health goes, he had a heart rate of 140, and doctor says he's about 7-ish pounds. We'll see about that because they said the same thing for Ava, but that was 41 weeks and this is 38 weeks. But she grabbed a hold of his little butt and was like moving him around, trying to figure out how big he was, and she said 7-ish pounds. So I hope that's the case, but I have big babies. Ava was 9'5", so yeah. My placenta, I'm almost positive it's been on my right side, right here, very lower. It's more lower than higher. So I didn't ask the doctor about that, but I have some concerns about when I'm pushing and stuff, like if it comes out with him. But I'm probably overthinking it. I'm not worried about it. I'm just thinking about it. My daughter Ava's was up on the left side, so I didn't have any problems pushing her out. As far as my status goes, 2 centimeters dilated on my own. My membrane sweep was done the 3 times around in a circle. Again, pain wasn't a factor in there. It was more discomfort. I am 160. I weigh 160 pounds. My beginning weight was 125, so I have gained 35 pounds, and I probably will gain another 5. I'm not worried about that. I'm just gonna let my body do what it needs to do. I have a high cervix rather than a low, so I'm not exactly sure what all that means, but it's very high rather than lower. The whole possible 50-50 chance of me going into active labor after having the membrane sweep, it's currently 8 a.m. on the last day of the 48 hours, and she did it about 9:40 a.m. that day, so I pretty much know that it didn't work. But here's where it gets tricky. I have lost my mucus plug, and I know it is the mucus plug because I did some research. I've looked at it. It's not every time that I wipe that I see that mucus brown, real thick, almost clear but yet brown stuff with a little bit of blood in it. I've been having that come out a lot. Now, I don't know if that's because I have a high cervix and there's just a lot in there or what, but I've definitely lost it. Now, from what I've read online, that doesn't mean that I'm going into active labor anytime soon, or it does mean that I'm going in. It's still like I'm waiting. And I'm doing a lot of that. And with my husband and his job, he's very busy. They need him there. So with him taking time off early before he's here, it's stressful on him. And as you may know, we live on an island called Okinawa, Japan, and we don't have family here to just hop on over to help me out when I go into active labor. I'm just a little scared, and I'm sure that all of this is very natural for someone that hasn't experienced natural labor at home or wherever they are by themselves. Of course, I've got my toddler here. I'm taking care of her. But it is a concern of mine because with my daughter, I did not have active labor at home. I was induced. I didn't have any kind of contractions until I was at the hospital. So that's another factor. Our hospital is pretty far away. Depending on what time of day we go, there could be a lot of traffic, which could cause it to be a possible hour to get there, or a possible 25 minutes. It just depends. So there's just a lot on my mind, and I'm just very nervous about it. But again, I'm not even due until March 17th, and today is the 9th, so March 9th. So I've got about a week yet still. But yeah, I'm just in the process of getting my body to want to have this baby. And I'm just really anxious, and yeah, it's just part of it, I guess. So I'm hoping and praying he comes within the next few days. I would love that, because we have that weekend coming up. Today John is actually just right across the road from where we live, golfing with his friends at work, just a work thing. And he told me to call me with no hesitation if need be, and that kind of thing. So he's close by if I do end up going into active labor before the weekend. But then we have the whole weekend to just wait, I guess. But I'm just hoping and praying that it happens soon, sooner than later, because Ava came at 41 weeks. I was not dilated at all then. My body didn't want to do anything, you know. But this time around, I'm hoping, because I have already dilated some, lost my mucus plug, that it's coming soon. Hopefully. So, yeah, I'll be 40 weeks, no, I'll be 39 weeks tomorrow on Saturday, so on the 10th. I want to talk a little bit more about the membrane sweep. I will be showing you my belly in this video, but I'm going to go into that a little bit more right now. But if you're not interested, I guess you can just fast forward to the end where the belly is if you want to see that. But for the membrane sweep, would I do it again? No. If I had another baby, I would not do it again, because I don't want to feel this way. Because I started feeling like I wanted him out as soon as they did that, because of the chance of him coming out, and my expectations just came a lot sooner for him to be here. And because he's not, it's more stressful on me, and there's really no need for him to be here already. But I think the main factor of it is I'm uncomfortable. My husband is busy at work, and he's got a lot going on, and he works about 40 minutes away sometimes, depending on traffic. And I'm here alone is how I feel. So no, I wouldn't do it again. But if your circumstances are different, you have family, your husband works closer or is home, you know, like, it's a lot more ideal, I suppose. But yeah, I'm just very anxious and ready to have Asher here and go through the whole process of going into labor on my own. I want to, and I don't want to be induced. I cannot be induced until 41 weeks, so that's another 2 weeks possibly of going through this. I'm not feeling it. I don't know. But that's everything I have for this video. I hope I didn't scare anybody. I hope I encouraged rather than make you feel worried. It's just, I'm ready, and he's not here yet. So, what do you do? Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you. Hopefully the next time I talk to you, I will have Asher with me, and we'll talk about the labor and delivery. Hopefully. So, bye for now.